Hey everybody, Dave Bazanko here, and the question today is, can you go from zero to an Ironman in 1 year? The short answer, yes, anything is possible. The long answer, you need to have the time and the commitment and the availability of both resources and support to make this happen. So I'll give you an example. I can't remember who he was, but there was a Pittsburgh Steelers football player. Now, here's a football player, NFL football player who retired and wanted to take on an Ironman in his retirement. So he retired from the NFL. I'm going to say probably, I don't know where Pittsburgh sort of got knocked off out of the playoffs that year, but let's presume it was in January. And he signed up for an Ironman in August as a qualifier, but then he also applied to the Ironman World Championships as a sort of a special celebrity, and they do this. Gordon Ramsay's done it, and I'm not saying they're not good triathletes in their own right, but busy people. Gordon Ramsay, we all know who he is. He's a busy chef, making lots of TV, programs. He's got his restaurants that he's running. You know, he's a global star. The football player from Pittsburgh, he's a professional athlete. Both of these guys, when they decided to take on the Ironman and they were featured, I can't remember if they did it the same year, but they were both featured celebrities on the Ironman recap that you'll see on TV every November. Anyway, they go out to do the race. The NFL football player is like, oh my God, I had no idea how hard this was, because he was used to bulking up, being big and strong and physically meaty, taking on football players. He didn't have the aerobic endurance required. But in the course of a year, what did he have? He's retired, so he had the time and he had the resources to purchase the equipment, to pay for the races, to pay for his flights and accommodations. He had the time to train at any point during the day that he wanted to, and he could rest and recover the rest of the day just like he did when he was a pro athlete. That's one of the missing ingredients. Now, take Gordon Ramsay, for example. You got somebody here now who has a career, a very busy career, but he's got some flexibility where he can do his training at whatever time of day kind of suits his needs, and then go out and do the rest of his work because he owns his own business. He's his own person. So, much like me, I'm in sales. I can make my own schedule so long as I get the work done. So anybody can do an Ironman from zero to get to the finish line in a year. It's possible. Where it gets a little muddy and where I would question your decision to do this in 1 year. If you're literally going from zero, you're going to go, remember, Gordon Ramsay was a marathon runner before he took on the Ironman, much like I was a runner before I took on the Ironman. So there was a base level of fitness. The NFL football player was an NFL football player. He had a base level of fitness before he took on the Ironman. If you're going from zero, you're going to spend the first 3 months, and remember, 0 and 365 days. If you literally booked and said, I'm going to race in this race on, September 1st next year, you're starting to train September 1st the year before. 365-day commitment. There's no missing in this. You're going to start, the first 3 months are going to be all about getting you from zero to getting you to run 10K. That's going to be your starting point. Then, 3 months in, from being able to run 10K, now we're going to start to introduce swim, bike as well. So that now you're doing a periodized training plan of swim, bike, run. On top of that, if you have the resources to pay for your bike, your travel, your race fees, your accommodations, if you have the type of job that will allow you to train for that, like if you're working in a factory 3 shifts, it could be tough. I know some firemen who, they've got the time to do it because they work these weird shifts where they work 24 hours and get 3 days off, something like that. I don't know what it is. But again, you've got to look at how much time do you have available to train and recover. You can start from zero, because I guarantee you I could get anybody to go from zero to jogging 10K in 3 months. That's very, very doable. Then take the next, 9 months and call that your training to do an Ironman. Absolutely. If you've got the time, I've already explained in previous videos the time requirement to do it. If you've got the time, the energy, and the resources, absolutely you can go from zero to an Ironman finish, and it will probably be closer to the 17-hour cutoff than it will be, in a 12 to 13-hour time frame. But that's all fine. You're still part of the family, right? It's something to be admired and respected that you've taken on that challenge in your life. And if you've decided to do that, hey, I'm all over that. I'll be here to support you. The question today was, can I do an Ironman from zero to Ironman in 1 year? Yeah, you can, but you've got to have all those other parameters in your life lined up in the right direction. If you've got an hour's drive commute to work every day, and you're working 8 hours in a work setting, and then an hour's drive commute home every day, it's not likely you're going to be successful. You're just simply not going to have the energy and the resources to do it. I'm not saying you can't. Dave never says you can't. I'm saying that it would take a very special person to do that. And you might be that special person. I don't know. If you do have a challenge with, you want to do this, but you're not quite sure if you can, drop a comment. Tell us your story. Let us know what you would like to accomplish. Maybe I can give you a perspective you hadn't considered. I started at the 70.3 level because that's what fit into my life. That's what I felt at the time I could do. That seemed reasonable. It seemed accomplishable. It was a SMART goal, right? SMART stands for, I can't even think of what SMART stands for. That's how smart I am today. It's measurable, it's time bound. Do you believe you can do it? All those things. I feel stupid for not being able to remember what the acronym SMART stands for. Anyway, I digress. Can you do it? Yes, you can. It's possible. It's hard, but it's possible. So there's the short end of your question. If you want to tackle this and you want to take this on, again, tell me what you're going to do in the comments. I'll be here to support you and give you perspective all along the way. And I will put what SMART stands for in the comments. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe. I've got, like I said, over 200 questions that I've written down that I think every beginner triathlete is going to want to know the answer to. So if you subscribe, you'll have access to all those videos. And if you've got a question, I'll just keep adding to the list and keep doing a new video every day so that you can then see what the answers to those questions might be. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day, and we will see you in the next video right here. Bye for now.